Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope that you're having a nice day out there. Hope you're feeling good, feeling nice. Today, let's go ahead and listen to. And listen, I looked up how to pronounce their name, but I got two different pronunciations. Roches or Roches? My head, I lean toward Roches, but I could be incorrect, and I'm sorry if I am. I did look it up before just to make sure I was right, but I don't know if I am. Anyways, we're listening to them. We're going to listen to this particular track, Hammond song, of which if there's not a Hammond organ playing in here, I'm going to be a little disappointed. Listen to this because it was suggested and sponsored by Mark. Mark, thank you so much for the recommendation and for the suggestion. I truly appreciate that. Okay, so I was going to say like we haven't listened to them, and on one hand we haven't, but we have heard music featuring them, in particular from Fripp's Exposure album. So we have heard them before, but nothing necessarily of any solo material. And so that is what we're going to do today. This album, did I say, was released in 1979? I don't know if I actually said that or not, but now we're saying it just to be clear. Okay, let's go ahead and give them a listen. We'll talk about it after. Hammond song, here we go.
If you go down to If you go down to Hammond, you go down to Hammond, you'll never come back.
Sometimes the music just hits at a perfect time. Okay, this is a great song to listen to right now. Personally, like, it just feels good, and it just matches the mood and matches the day. There's a few things I want to hop on really quick because I don't want to forget these points. I got to do it with the lyrics though. So the song, it's talking about, are they sisters? I don't even know if are they sisters. The Roches. Okay, vocal trio sisters. Perfect. Maggie, Terry, and Susie. Perfect. That's what I need. Okay, so let me get back to the lyrics. I love how this, obviously I'm sure this is fictional, but they're singing from the point of view of sisters, and specifically the older sisters to the younger sister who wants to go to Hammond, wherever that is, and they're saying, hey, don't go down there. If you go down there, you'll never come back. It's a bad place, blah, 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 blah. Just older sisters trying to tell the younger one, hey, don't do it, right? Okay, can I tell you what I love, though? First of all, their harmonies are gorgeous, clear and diamond, just beautiful to listen to. The ending where they sing in the round is a really cool way to conclude, starting individual and bringing it back up. And you can distinctly hear each of the singers, and, while I don't know who's who, you can hear their voices and the difference and the range with which they sing. Here's what I'm getting to. And I'm going to do the lyrics here at the same time as well. If you go down to Hammond, you'll never come back. In my opinion, you're on the wrong track. We'll always love you, but that's not the point, right? If you go with that fella, forget about us. As far as I'm concerned, that would be just throwing yourself away, not even trying. Come on, you're lying to me. That's the sisters telling the younger sister, don't do it, don't go. And I love how it's done in harmony with all the sisters singing. And then when it moves here to this bridge, you have Terre Roche from the younger sister's point of view. Well, I went down to Hammond. I did as I pleased. I ain't the only one who's got this disease. Why don't you face the facts? You old upstart, we fall apart. So you have that younger sibling attitude. Well, I'm going to do what I want. Guess what? I did. I'm not the only one. And stop being old-fashioned and let me do what I want. When she comes in, her voice is noticeably lighter, and not in a age way, like talking real life with the band, but she sings from a younger point of view. And her voice has that youthful nature to it, while the other harmonies, the other voices, had a little bit of a deeper dive, a deeper pitch to them. And so I think that was just really cool how we actually are getting a story, not only lyrically, but even just the vocal department and musically. We have that. It was just so well done. That particular part of the song. And then Fripp, his solo in here, I love when we hear Fripp in different contexts, like when we're going with sacred songs or going through that album with Hall. Like, it's really cool to hear him in different contexts, and his solo here is just, it's simply stated, but it's that tone. It's that Fripperoni tone that he sprinkles on this pizza, and it just adds this complete, unique sound to it. And their harmonies are the heart, the soul, the spirit, the drive of this piece and this track. But when he adds that guitar solo, it just brings it up immaculately. And one of the coolest parts is when I looked at the time, but I forgot what time it happened. At one point they harmonize, and the last note with which they harmonize with, Fripp comes in on the guitar at the same time. And it's just this, perfect harmony. Like, it's a moment of just bliss. I wish I knew when that happened exactly. Man, I don't remember exactly when it was, but it happened, and it was brilliant. It was just this peak moment in the song. I thought that was awesome. And you hear a little bit of organ back there, so you get a little bit of that just sitting in the back. But this was really, really cool. And can I tell you another reason why I really like this? And maybe it's because of the type of genre it is, and also that there's 3 female singers here because it reminds me, and I know that this album came first as opposed to the album I'm going to mention, but I'm just, it's for my relation. It reminds me of one of my favorite albums of all time, which I really do have to make a list probably of my favorite albums of all time, but I gotta really think about that. Like I could probably figure out what's on the top 5, but if we're doing like 100 or something, I probably have to think about it. Anyways, it reminds me of one of my favorite albums of all time, which is Case Lang Vers, an album that's featuring, as you can see, Nico Case, Katie Lang, and Laura Vers. And this album is one of my favorites ever. And the sound from this album, Case Lang Vers, sounds like what we just heard on Hammond's song. It just has a similar kind of sound to it. I don't know what song to choose as an example. Just do the first one.
I am the spark of this machine.
Get all 3 of them. Obviously, slightly different. But anyways, it just reminds me of that. And I think that that's really, really cool because I really like that album. So I like this as well, Going back to the lyrics, we may as well. If you go with that fella, you'd be okay if you just stay in school. Don't be a fool. Then do your eyes have an answer to this song of mine? They say we meet again on down the line. Where is on down the line? How far away? Tell me I'm okay. I think that this is so well produced, well sung, extremely well played, and their singing is just a huge standout. Like I said, not only their perfect harmonies, how clear cut they are, the ending with the singing in the round, but even throughout the song, there's little moments. There was another moment kind of early in, I want to say maybe a minute or so in, where the rhythm of one of the singers, when she comes in, or no, she continues the line, and it almost throws it off, but in a really unique way. And then she sweeps in and goes right back into the next lines in the next chorus. I think that was really cool, but this is a really, really enjoyable listen. Hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comments below. I hope that you're having a lovely day out there. Mark, thank you so much for the recommendation and for the support as well. Hope you're having a great one. Actually, because I just saw this here as I had the Wikipedia up here, because I saw that they mentioned Hammond. We were humiliated. We wanted to get out of the whole situation. What was it? Paul Simon had encountered Maggie and Tara Roche earlier and asked them to sing on his song, Was a Sunny Day. Despite further support, the Roches disliked the involvement of Simon's record company, particularly their advice that the sisters wear hippie clothes. Tara said, we were humiliated. We wanted to get out of the whole situation. We had a friend in Hammond, Louisiana, who was running a kung fu school. We gave up our apartment and told the record company, we're not going to promote the record anymore. We're going away for a while. This was 2 weeks after the record came out. Maggie wrote the Hammond song about the whole experience. Okay, so I was kind of wrong then. So I was a bit wrong on the meaning. It has a little bit more of a true to life meaning there. Gotcha. Okay, that's kind of funny then. Okay, now I got it. Let me know what you guys thought of the track, of course, in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Mark, thank you again. And I will see you all later. Bye.